Well, police say there are still a lot of unanswered questions in yesterday's deadly shootings at a mall in Maryland. Investigators are trying to determine not just a motive, but whether or not the 19-year-old gunman who took his own life knew either of his victims. Ebru's Kyle Schmoyer is in Columbia, Maryland with the latest. And Kyle, police are learning more information, including who the gunman was.
Yes, Nicole, they're piecing more things together, but 31 hours into this investigation now and still no definitive motive. Police do not know why the teenager came to this particular mall, went to that particular skater gear store, and shot two employees who were just here to work Saturday morning. We did learn the shooter was keeping a journal. Police just telling us on the record moments ago that there was writings about being disgruntled with life, but nothing specifically linking him to what he did here at this mall. Police say they now have positively ID'd the shooter who opened fire Saturday morning inside the mall at Columbia. He's 19-year-old Darian Marcus Aguilar. Mall surveillance video shows Aguilar being dropped off at the mall by a taxi cab at 10:15 a.m. Initially, he went to the first floor, then to the second floor where the shooting starts around 11:15 a.m. at Zumi's skater store. Police believe 6 to 8 shots were fired from a 12-gauge shotgun, and they now know Aguilar purchased the weapon himself in Montgomery County, Maryland in December. Investigators report Aguilar had large amounts of ammo on him, and they found a backpack he was carrying full of explosives.
These were homemade devices consisting of flash powder and household items. So they were not very sophisticated.
Before taking his own life, Aguilar fatally shot 2 employees of Zumi's, 21-year-old Brianna Benlolo and 25-year-old Tyler Johnson. Another person who was nearby the store was shot in the foot, but his injuries are not life-threatening.
We've not been able to verify any type of relationship at this point between him and either of our victims. We can't establish that there is one. We have not been able to establish there is not one. That is an open question.
The only link so far is geographic. Victim Brianna Benlolo lived in the same town as Aguilar, actually only blocks away in College Park, Maryland. Police served a search warrant overnight at the home where the shooter is believed to have lived with his mother. They seized more ammo, a computer, and other documents. And as the police investigation continues, people who were in the mall Saturday morning continue to recount terrifying moments when they heard 1, then 2 more loud bangs in a nearby store.
And we realized they were gunshots, and kind of the survival mode took over, so we got into the dressing room as quick as we could, and we crouched on the little bench where you can rest your garments so our feet weren't seen, just in case someone was walking around. We didn't know, we just knew we heard gunshots.
22-year-old Courtney huddled with her mom for more than an hour and stayed safe. But her thoughts are now with the 2 victims, who were basically her age.
Yeah, that really does hit close to home. I didn't happen to know the 2 employees at Zumi's, but I go to Zumi's, I buy my clothes there. I probably have seen them before, and my heart is really pouring out to their family and friends right now because that's just awful to happen, and especially people my age, it just hits so close to home.
Way too close to home for the entire community of Columbia that had its sense of security shattered yesterday.
You know, we can hug our loved ones and we can rededicate ourselves to, making the world a better place. Do something nice for someone. We're better than this.
And this is a community starting to ask a lot of questions, chief among them why, but also that question about gun control. One religious leader put it this way earlier today. He said you have to wonder why Americans have more ready access to guns and ammo than they do to mental health care in this country. The county executive says this is a community that will find its way back. Nothing will be 100% the same, but they will rebound. It starts tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon when this mall reopens. Nicole?
Kyle, before we let you go, let me ask you a little bit about the victims, both in their 20s. Are we learning any more about who they were?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're getting a sense from Zoomies, this company, this skater store here, that these were two loyal employees of this store at the Columbia Mall here. The CEO of Zoomies actually pointing out that they are a family and that their hearts, their prayers go out to both victims and their families. We do know about the 21-year-old young woman not far from here in College Park, Maryland, Brianna. We do know that she had a 2-year-old child that she was caring for, a child that is now motherless. Nicole?
So sad. Thank you very much, Kyle.